Aries, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I'm using a Celtic 10 card spread that allows me to look at past, present, and future influences for the week. I first need to start off saying a big congratulations for all the accomplishments and wherewithal that you've applied over the last kind of year or so to make things happen in a new direction for yourself. And it really gave you a solid footing, and you really need to pat yourself on the back with accomplishment here. The reason why I say that, I start off with the first card, placement card, which is the significator, the general gist of the whole reading. And the Three of Wands is the celebratory state for a creative idea that starts to take a material reality. And that's you, okay? So you should be really proud of yourself. But what the cards are indicating is that you really need a refresh, a new direction, maybe built upon the solid foundation that you've been building on, and maybe even in some ways, maybe juggling stuff too, kind of things at the same time. It could be love and family and work and home and career, all kind of bundled together, but you can handle it, okay, Aries? And I think that's part of the reason why you're going through that is the planet Saturn is in Aries right now, I think until September. And Saturn is a taskmaster in astrology, but there's always a reward. And the task for you, I think, right now is what do you want to do next? And most importantly, just to believe in yourself that you can make it happen. And also, most importantly, get rid of the thinking of the gold coin, because that's kind of clouding your judgment and your creativity and your spirit right now. The reason why I say that in the present, I'm just going to pop around a little bit. That present card placement of the sixth placement is the King of Pentacles. That's Aries in the non-exalted state. It's where it's only thinking about the gold coin, money. The pinching of the pocketbook a lot of times could happen with this, and then it kind of shoots us off in a stratosphere of like penny pinching on steroids. And the only reason why this guy is appearing is to remind you not to be a penny pincher of the pocketbook, but also not to be a penny pincher of the spirit and the heart, okay? Your emotions, giving them out to others. Also, most importantly, leaving yourself to be vulnerable and try new things, okay? You really need to believe in yourself here, because in that crossing card, what's kind of blocking this energy from really manifesting, aside from this guy, which we need to kick to the curb, is the Eight of Pentacles. And that's the crossing card, is not allowing you fully to enjoy the accomplishments that you've designed for yourself up to this point. And the Eight is the refresh, rejuvenation in the area of the material, home, family, work, career, our bodies, our thinking, getting back into nature, all those kind of things. Taking time for ourselves would be a reflection of the Eight. But it's most importantly, it's like you need a refresh somewhere. And especially because it's sitting on the gut feeling here in that fourth matter is the major arcana card, Temperance, where I'm making emotions flow and making sure everybody else is okay. But the thing is, you want to make sure you're okay. And I don't want you to have that be a distraction or look at it as a burden to say, oh, I can't go do my dreams because I'm trying to make everybody else happy. That's not going to wash here, okay? You just got to do yourself, and at the same time, do whatever it is that your obligations. That's the lesson of the Temperance. And because she's sitting in that gut, that first placement, I like to say your gut feeling, it means that you're feeling maybe the strain of all that, okay? So again, find that meditative state to get you in check to what you really want to do to kick this guy to the curb and be in perfect balance is really what the thing about the Temperance here, especially in that base. I need you in balance, because without you, nothing else gets done, okay? And God gives us another validation that you need new ways of doing stuff, especially for the heart, okay? So don't be afraid of this. And that third card placement is, I like to say, God's placement to help us navigate the week, okay? And the Seven of Cups is the contemplation, meditation of new moves in the area of the heart. So you got that creative energy wanting to be combined with the heart. So maybe you want to do different things or different ways in relationship. Again, leaving yourself more vulnerable, or not caring about the pocketbook, or allowing that pocketbook decision-making to career or relationship, or even family, anywhere where the heart is. All your cups are in a row. That's the thing about the Seven of Cups. It really asks Aries, what do you want to do next, okay? And that would be the validation in that fourth card placement that you have the ability to make anything happen. So if you're juggling, let's say, a couple of careers, or juggling home life or a new love life, and family obligations, all that kind of stuff, wherever that balance needs to happen, it just says you can do it. And I'll also say this, if you just need a complete refresh anywhere, it means that you can make this happen. So don't get hung up on your past accomplishments, even if you want to go in a new direction, all right? That would be a reflection of this. And also, too, the reflection that the heart wants to try new things in new ways, okay? And the Eight of Cups in the past reflection is that, okay? It's a contemplation, oh, no, I'm sorry, the refresh rejuvenation in the area of the heart, just like the Eight of Pentacles. We're getting a refresh everywhere and a new start. And the thing about the Eight of Cups is I'm coming out of Shadowland of past stuff. So let's say you've gone through divorce or separation or hurts from people. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, can get, people can be mean sometimes, and you don't like it. So, and that's also been made to make you look at people and situations in a realistic light, to see what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy. And that's the eight. It's getting there for your benefit. But also, too, just because we've got a couple of eights here and not like in the past reflection, which is good to see because it means that you could be moving on. And also in that crossing card, I just need to get rid of this guy. That kind of thinking of, let's say you're making new moves and you're only thinking about the dollar, or you're making new moves in love and you're only thinking about the dollar. Don't do it, because he will undermine you. He has no exalted state other than to remind you, don't play with him, okay? And I think part of it is too, is a seventh card placement is so we have the Three of Wands. I'm feeling really groovy in the overall reading, right? And you should, because it really has a great outcome. Okay, so we just need to move through this kind of muddy waters. And the seventh placement are the way we're feeling about ourselves. So the Four of Cups is the firm foundation to build upon in the heart. But the way we get to that firm foundation is other people's input. But because it's maybe that's putting you off to try new things or to have that refresh for yourself anywhere in that area of the pentacles, because you're afraid of what other people think or say, or they judge you. That's a lot of the reflection of the Four of Cups. But don't play with it, okay? This is all about, this week is like, what do you want to do next? Like, you built something already so solid and so nice. What do you want to do next? And again, anywhere the heart is touched. And that's a firm foundation. That gives you the Four of Cups. So don't buy into the negative reflection of that. Only buy into the positive, because that's how we realize our integrity, morals, and character. And we're pushed and pulled. You know what I mean? We're being put up against that. And that makes us also decide what kind of people we want in our lives. That's another reflection of the Four. Some people stay, some people don't, but it's all for your benefit. And how the other people look at you is almost like like a beautiful exalted state of the Knight of Wands here in Aries. In the eighth placement is how other people view you. The Knight is kind of like taking off with that big flame, like an Aries. I've got the accomplishment under my belt here, and I'm ready to take off in new directions. So people already see you as somebody that has imagination, inspiration at their fingertips, ready to apply it in new ways. So don't be afraid of that energy. Other people around you are vibing into it, so you might as well groove into it yourselves, okay? So let's say you're trying new stuff and you have to put out with the pocketbook. Don't be cheesy McGeezy. Trust yourself, okay? Trust that will work out, because generosity always gets way more than, the vinegar, right? In our hopes and fears, I'm just going to validate it again. In the ninth card placement is the hopes and fears. And it's the Five of Swords. And five is good luck in tarot numerology. And there's always something to get over to get the good luck in tarot. But here it's not too bad, okay? Because you've already taken the journey. And that's the thing about the swords, is our thoughts, analytical thinking, strategy has all been applied, learning new stuff, all that kind of agenda here. But the thing is, most importantly, your identity, who you are, who you want to be, how you want to love, how you want to work, how you want to be out in society. It's all about you. And that's the way it should be. You know what I mean? Because that's the reflection of the five. That's where we get the good luck. It's God in the universe saying, I'm sorry I messed with you, Aries, but I had to mess with you so you could understand who you are, what you are, who you want to be. The only way you're going to get that is through the tough stuff and the challenges, right? Okay? But now it's over, so believe in it. Don't keep looking over your shoulder like the bad stuff is going to happen anymore, because now you need to be solid in yourself. And that's the whole overall reading here, is have that self-confidence to believe in yourself to make the next turn in the wheel happen, okay? And that gets validated completely here in the outcome card in the 10th card placement. The Fool, Major Arcana, begins the Major Arcana. It's a life cycle starting over, and we get a youthful approach to life again, like a spring in our step that's been missing for a long time after those trials and tribulations for ourselves, right? Or having other people's input and all those other kind of things that it takes to make an idea happen and materialize. So again, kudos to you, and the Fool is your reward. It's a reflection of a new day dawning. You're coming out of that dark time of spiritual and emotional maturity and learning stuff. You've got the eagle on the branch. You've got that special connection to God and the universe. You're no fool at all. But what's most importantly about the Fool, and especially probably why this refreshes everywhere, you don't carry the baggage material wise into the future, including emotional baggage. Nothing goes with you but your own betterment. You take your little life lessons. Sometimes you'll see it in a little baggage or a little, pouch or suitcase with the Fool. And that's the only thing you're carrying forward, your experience, right? Your wisdom born out of that. So trust that. That's what's built your character. That's what's built that accomplishment. And I'm going to stick with it as well in the bonus card in the Three of Pentacles. So we have another three celebratory state here in the material. See, someone's giving you money. And that's a great sign under this guy. So let's kick this away. Focus on the Three of Pentacles. Focus on the Three of Wands. And focus on the Five of Swords. Like a trifecta right there, okay? And focus on the Fool. I'm going to throw him in there because he's just such a beautiful soul. And that's the energy that's reignited in you. So harness it. Believe in it. You're the first sign of the zodiac. It's like a rebirth for you. And you've been waiting a long time to have these things fall into place. So just trust yourself, okay? And take the time to make it whatever it is for next steps. But you're also favored. So believe in it, okay? Have a great week, Aries. Oh, and if you're so inclined to like or subscribe, that's been so nice. Everyone's shown so much support. I can't say thank you enough. Oh, thank you.